Hello, everyone. I am very happy that you join us on today's 11:11 talk, where we share such as 3 advices, impulses out of 30 years of leadership experience. Today, we talk about your voice and its power. Because myself, Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter, I am an all-in expert in regards of leadership and breakthroughs. 30 years of leadership experience in various departments, branches, and also countries made me realize and understand how important our voice is. Isn't it that every single one of us wants to make sure that whenever we raise our voice, we have listeners who not only listen to us, but as well catch what we want to say. And the power of our voice is not only in order to understand what we're going to say, but as well how we're going to say it. The first advice I want to share here with you is that the first thing you need to make sure that whenever you speak, it is your inner truth. I know, inner truth. Now, isn't that a big, big word? Yes, it is. And simply as well, because only if you're aware about your own inner truth, you are able to speak out whatever you want to say without having a script in front of you. Because then you speak by heart. And I see this in my communities, which one is all about female empowerment. So it's mainly for women. And the other one, it's called All In Activity. There, action takers are gathering together, and within its power, this All In Mastery, which I developed, and it's guiding 7 very important steps, which is also a mirror of your life, is going to go through. And the first step of all of them, besides being in the now, it is the All Me area. And All Me stands for self-reflection. Because you see, it's all about to understand yourself, your authenticity, and of course, yourself, which is a combination out of that. When you look into the mirror, you see a person, maybe aged different than, let's say, 10 or 20 years ago. But then what had happened in the past made you to this person who you are now, to this wise person, to this human who had experienced so much. And that is part of your passion, of your calling, of your doing. And I inspire people, if you want to go and make your breakthrough to your reality, then raise your voice. And that, by understanding what is your why and who you are, is the basic of everything. In my guidance to exactly that answer, I'm experiencing a lot. Most of the times, when we meet people, we immediately see their calling just really standing up here. But the person itself is wondering, why is it like that? You see, because that actually guides us to the second advice here, that it is all about awareness, all about that you allow yourself this space to look inside of yourself and not in the outside world, because this is what most of the people are doing. And also myself, I was doing this quite a long time, focusing more on the technique. How do I actually make things visible? What tool I'm going to use? Where I'm going to do it? Is it going to be on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on school, Instagram? And I was not that much focusing on the message itself. And that is, my dear, what actually counts, because the rest is just coming by itself. Certainly, it is required to go all in with, because only wondering at home and saying, yes, I'm going to do it, is not going to do it. You yourself are going to go and make this first step into this reality of yours. And all of that actually is exploring this energy. Yes. And that is actually what is here, the immense chances, opportunities, and ways which are going to open up. To seek for places where you are invited to come into a podcast, let's say. For example, as I did this recently at the podcast from Uwe Fleischer. And actually, as a matter of fact, today, exactly today, that podcast interview had been published. We actually took it quite a few weeks ago. So it's also for myself an interesting step into how and what I was saying those weeks ago. In the all-in activity, in that school community, I am giving my members of the all-in family the opportunity to be part of the all-in podcast once they reach the level 6. Why I'm doing that? Not only I want to give visibility to these people, I want to put their spotlight on that primacy. No, it's also because I know awareness, inviting every single one of that person to reflect, to wonder, what strategy am I going now? And then bringing them into the third step, into the all do. And by offering them that platform, gives them an amazing opportunity of speaking up loud. So what is your message? So what is the voice you want to raise up here for? To go in reflection into that is not only an adventure for yourself, but as well a development of your growth. Myself, being an international keynote speaker, I really learned a lot about my voice. I recognize that when I'm exhausted, then my speed of my language is like really overwhelming. I'm a fast speaker because I'm a doer as well. And I remember when I was back home, my whole family was overwhelmed with the fact that once I woke up, I spoke like a waterfall, full of energy. I could not understand that the rest of my family was like really still in this modus of, I need 2 cups of coffee. I had the energy just boom, coming into my body. Amazing. But I know by that time, my family was really, really having a hard time with that. And then over the years, I have sometimes heard, Carmen, you speak too much. Carmen, you're too loud. Carmen, you're not doing that. You are out of norm. And I was wondering, why is it like that? Why I'm out of norm? Do you know that? I then understood that it's not me in general what is out of norm. It is that people are in general are following a certain activity which I was not doing. You see, in the letter, in the word all in, the 4th letter goes for A, the intuition. I'm a person now being 56 years old, and I'm following my intuition since, I don't know, since many, many years. I could not always explain, but I knew it was right. And even if then in a certain moment it seems to be the wrong decision, over the length of time, it's shown it was the right one. Do you know that one? So to use your voice in order to transmit your message, your learnings, to make other people's life easier. The word more beautiful and harmonic. Hey, man, that is the reason why you are going to raise up your voice. And if yet you don't know how to do that, if yet you're unsure about how you're able to combine that what is in here together with that what is in your heart, together with your active drive. Get back to me. I am helping you to raise your voice in a very professional way, but then still being authentic. And that's what it's all about. To use these possibilities we're having here. Myself sitting now here in Summerits, and I don't know where you are. Maybe listening it while you're in Canada or in Australia. Isn't that amazing? How we are able to connect? I love it. And I really want to congratulate you that you invested these 11 minutes to get these 3 goals, these 3 tips, which we want to summarize here again. So the first one was speak out of your inner truth. And therefore, you, of course, need to know your inner truth, your authenticity, what you stand for. What is it that you really want to give to people? The second one is that your voice is all about consciousness, awareness, and not about the technique usage. So don't focus too much on the technique, but on the awareness, on your conscious. What is it then now you really want to bring out loud here? Yes, and then of course, words are energy. I know energy is not visible, but feelable, and therefore go all in. Myself, Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter, I want to thank you for being here. Maybe I'm going to see you in any of my communities, such as All In Activity or Female Empowerment. Or, and that will be even much more of an interesting getting to know in the 30 minutes free consultation I'm offering to every single one of you. You find all the details down here. And in the meantime, I'm wishing you an amazing day, time, and keep in mind, go all in for you and your calling. Thank you. Your Carmen Cornelia.